Hello, welcome to Tehele Founders podcast. Tehele Ventures is a Silicon Valley-based venture capital platform that helps startups in the US and across the world find investors and raise capital. To discuss about his Tehele experience, today we have an investor in the venture capital world, Kenneth Lo. He's a partner at the venture capital firm in Silicon Valley, Arc5 Ventures. Normally, we have startup founders come and discuss their experiences, but today we're going to talk to an investor on the platform. He will discuss his investment preferences, what type of companies he invests in, and how Tehele features on the platform have helped him identify the right investments. Hello, Kenneth. Thank you for coming on the show. You're an investor on the Tehele platform. What has your experience been so far using it?
I joined because the access model caught my attention. I evaluate platforms the same way I evaluate investments. So what's the signal quality, and does the infrastructure hold up under scrutiny? Anything that's helped me compress my time to conviction window is a win. So I'm enjoying so far.
Mm-hmm. And you're an investor in Silicon Valley. What types of companies do you generally invest in?
Yeah. Through Arc5 Ventures, I invest at pre-seed in AI and SaaS in underserved industries. These are the sectors with real-world operational complexity that haven't been serious software investment yet.
Mm-hmm. Underserved sectors, very interesting. Do you have any examples of companies like that?
Yeah, so I got 3 portfolio companies I'm working with right now. First one is the supply chain. We're looking at inventory management that's more autonomous than what you have to do by counting or not counting. It turns out to be so painstaking. Another one is a maritime monitoring, so you know what's going on in and out instead of using AIS, which is the de facto self-reported radio signals. It will be more autonomous using AI vision. Another one is forest fire management, also using AI modeling in order to decide whether a town or a whole urban area will be saved, or it could be destroyed by using better, more intelligent AI modeling.
Yeah, very interesting. And, there is a saying that the more boring the business, the more money there is. So, this is always interesting to see those underserved sectors. So going back to the platform, we have features to support investors and help people like you identify the right companies to invest in. What do you think of the platform in that regard?
Yeah. I love the confidentiality prompt. Every time you view a deck or a KPI, that there's a prompt so you know that you have agreed to the NDA. So that's very smart trust signal. It also tells you the platform takes the founder protection very seriously. That matters to me as an investor because I don't want this information to be leaking out everywhere on the internet, on the Google Drive, unprotected. So that is telling me how committed this protection is taken care of on the platform.
hmm And many startups don't understand the value of what you just said about protecting privacy and those kinds of things. Is that generally an issue that you're running into, or why is it important to you?
Yeah, so that it is a trust when you go into a pitch. It is a very vulnerable position, if I may. And there will be confidence, confidential information such as financials, roadmap. Uh, there is a difference between marketing deck and a investment deck. And I think it boils down to how much secret sauce you want to reveal. So if I'm going to be a very open and transparent with the investor, I want to be able to have some sort of modular control where the information is going to end up.
Yeah, this is a great insight. I appreciate you sharing this.
Yeah.
Something that many people might overlook, but this is an amazing point. Do you have a favorite feature on the platform?
It's got the AI chat. You can ask information. You can see all of the KPIs. You can schedule. But what really jumps out at me is this top 5 startup section. It's curated, it's opinionated. It gives me a starting point without filtering everything manually. By having that at a glance information right on the homepage, it helped me a lot. The concept is exactly right.
Mhm. And what is something unique about those startups that you see on the platform?
So they the self-qualifying, the industry, the sectors they are in, the investment deck, the staged, which is very helpful, whether it's going to be pre-seed. Actually, before the pre-seed is idea. So for me, I want to make sure that there's a good match, so that is I can improve my signal to output ratio. So that self-identify information is very helpful. And then what is really good is the KPIs. What kind of metrics, what kind of traction they have. Do they have LOIs? Do they have MRR, ARR? All of this information is very helpful for me to, again, compress that time to conviction window.
What would you say differentiates the Tehele platform from, say, a traditional accelerator program?
Yeah. So traditional accelerators are batch driven, winter batch, summer batch, couple batches a year, and it's geographic bound. You all have to come to Boston, San Francisco, or Mountain View, or whatever. The pitch here on Tehele is continuous access. It doesn't have the cohort bottleneck. Deal flow shouldn't be calendar or geography dependent.
And since joining the platform, has it helped you in any way?
Yes, the access itself is really the value. I'm going to be in conversation that I wouldn't have found through my normal channels. One thing that really stands out is the global access. Now, instead of my private angel network through Hustle Fund or Angel Squad or a couple other closed networks, I'm able to reach out to perhaps Southeast Asia, some other places that I wouldn't normally have a lot of access to.
As you said, the platform gives access to invest in from America to global and from global to America as well. Is it something that you lack outside of platform in traditional, say, accelerators or other types of environments?
Yeah. So even even in San Francisco, there's 6 events at any one point, and you can go from event to event and do networking up to the yin yang. It doesn't stop. But then it's all very highly concentrated, and it could become a little bit of an echo chamber. So what's interesting is when I go out from outside of the city of San Francisco, I go down to the South Bay, which is only 20, 30 miles south of the San Francisco. The demographics and then the type of founders are already different. So, and having the access is going to really broaden my horizon and even help me reach out to those more underserved industries and that I wouldn't normally have access to.
Yes, and I can imagine that for startups as well, globally, who might not be able to move to the United States, to San Francisco specifically, they have more opportunities to meet investors like you. And as you said, those
Mhm.
companies could be great, could have great potential, but be underserved, right?
Having access to a different cross section of founders is going to be invaluable.
Yeah, absolutely. And one of the big chunks of your work as an investor or even as an analyst is doing the due diligence when you are interested in a new startup. And Tehele Ventures has features on the platform that help investors like you identify red flags in startups and support your due diligence. What do you think about these kinds of features on the platform?
Yeah. So the Tehele AI is generally useful. We are all more used to chatting, interactive chatting instead of doing Google search. And so why should investment be different?
I'm happy that you've enjoyed the platform so far, and it has great potential for investors like you to find those companies and to support the process of the investment.
Hmm.
And finally, I'd like to ask you to give some advice for startups on the platform, anything that you want to share with them.
investors don't fund slide decks or by design. They fund conviction. They fund problem finder fit. And not even product market fit. They want to find the right finders that has the convictions and they want to solve the problem right here, right now. Okay. So know your why before your what. That would be my one advice.
Yeah, absolutely great advice. Because many startups and me in the past, I have fallen into this trap of over optimizing pitch decks and doing that more so than I worked on the actual business and startup. So definitely resonates, and I'm sure that would resonate with a lot of other startups as well. But I appreciate you, Ken, joining the show. Thank you for being an active user of the Tehele platform, and I hope that your future investments will create 10x, 100x, 1000x returns in the future.